Welcome everybody to episode 10,000 of What's in the Box. Sorry, I had that in binary mode. Welcome to episode 10,000 of what? Oh, sorry, I had that in What Time Feels Like mode. Welcome to episode 16 of What's in the Box. My name is Frizz Frizzle. I'm your host for today. We've got some fantastic, like literally amazing guests for you today, and I'm going to bring them on right now. First up is UK Pun Championship 2020. That's pretty good. It's Adele Cliff.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Adele. How are you doing? Oh, have I frozen?
You have frozen. I can hear you.
That's
frozen in a most unflattering position.
That is a fantastic face that I've got on right now. Oh, I've all caught up. Brilliant. That'll be the YouTube thumbnail for when I edit this together. How is lockdown going for you?
Oh, fantastic. It's raining now, so now I feel even more trapped indoors.
Yes. I mean, what else were you going to do rather than just be stuck indoors?
I might stick my head out a window.
Well, you could wash your hair.
Yeah.
So this is
doing that. Just to clarify.
Welcome to the special audio edition of What's in the Box. I'm going to bring on musical comedian Edi Johnston. Edi Johnston, hello.
How's things?
Hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Well.
Like I said, it's raining, so I feel better.
Oh, it's raining all over the country. Let me just check my window. Yes, it is spitting here.
It's not a great.
Good for you.
Do you reckon? I think if I go that way, I can maybe make the same face.
Oh, hang on. Do we match?
I don't know, but if we stay like that, whoever does join is going to have a really good time.
Oh yeah, the best of times.
Absolutely. So is the show now just me and you, Adele?
I think it is.
Where
yeah.
are we going? Excellent. Nice.
What's your box look like?
It's not particularly adventurous, to be fair. You've gone with that. Oh, yours is really nice. Yeah, no, mine's just plain, or it's out of the way over there somewhere. But yeah,
It's only little. I don't know if I should have revealed it. Now the size of the things inside it is somewhat limited.
Ah, yes, clues.
As it always was, but you weren't aware of how limited they were.
Well, there is that. Yeah. So, how many gigs have you had to have pulled?
Well, I was in Australia, so a lot.
Oh, wow.
I was in Adelaide because I'd just done the Adelaide Fringe.
Yeah.
And then I was going to go to Melbourne and maybe Sydney as well and do those festivals. And then I didn't. I came back.
Done.
Yeah. But I did meet a kangaroo. Several.
Oh, well, there you go. So, pros and cons.
They were great. I think
Frizz.
trying to return.
Can you hear me okay?
You're very
Just about
quiet.
there.
I'm very quiet, am I?
Yeah, a little
Right.
bit.
Right, let me find my kangaroo.
Right.
Look at me, kangaroo friend.
I don't know why I'm moving in towards the camera. Oh, look at that.
Holding hands.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
so
work.
Now, can you hear me?
We can.
Go on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, excellent. Ah, lovely. That was annoying. I'll see how I can get a new laptop eventually. But hello, Eddie. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, very well. Very well. Anybody else who's been watching? Stuck inside, but not doing too bad.
Our third guest, if he is there, it is John Robertson, who I'm sure will make an entrance.
Jesus wept. Hello.
There he is. How are you? How are
Hi,
you?
gang. That was wonderful. That was 2.5 minutes of the most wholesome conversation.
Absolutely.
And I was sort of trapped without being able to say anything, because as you were saying that you were trapped in Adelaide, I was like, my God, you should have stayed there. The fact that you hadn't accomplished any tourism while you were in the town of Adelaide is just 100% true. There's nothing there.
I did little things, but not a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, I went to a beach once. And I
Yeah,
was like,
well, there's one beach.
When I'm in other places. And then,
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I'm
I mean,
just
look, you shook hands with the mayor. You just showed us the photo. It was
Yeah.
very exciting.
Okay, that makes
Lovely
sense because
experience.
I got a comment saying nice Instagram of kangaroo wife and had no idea
Oh yeah, that's
what that
what
was
the
about.
kangaroo was. That's the photo I put up of our wedding.
I
Yeah.
look forward
It's a
to
beautiful
that.
wedding. It's a beautiful wedding. And,
Right, well-
and unfortunately, of course, the terrible immigration laws here have probably kept your kangaroo wife there. I imagine.
Yeah, sadly not with me, and I miss her. I
Yeah,
miss
of course.
Anybody
Of
would.
course. To say nothing of the Joey in her pouch, you'd miss that as well.
No word. Yeah, it's been a devastating loss.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
But you know, let's soldier on.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Let's welcome to the show, everyone.
You had an imaginary animal wife you didn't have until a second ago, but that was the most toxic ending of that. Oh well, we'll get on with it. Fine.
I think if
about her,
if-
she's too special.
if more marriages ended that way, then it would be a lot, less to settle in the divorce court.
Go on.
Yeah, let's just soldier
There
on.
it is.
Yes.
Talking
Frizz.
of soldiering on,
Yes,
it's
yes.
time for round one.
All right. Oh, no, hang on, Frizz. I choose to treat this game the way apparently you treat marriages. So bye.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round one is called What's in the Box. I've got something in my pink and green box, and our guests are going to guess what they think is in the box. They'll most likely be wrong, but it's then up to them to debate why their guess was the closest. It's a debating game. We are going to start with Adele. Adele, what do you think is in the box?
Well, I don't think it's very heavy. I'm not doubting your strengths, but based on how you're maneuvering it. So I believe it's a receipt for a tax return you are yet to complete.
Ooh, I thank you for thinking that I get tax returns. No, that's not a thing. I'm not that adult yet. I'm no, still relying on birthday checks from my grandma. Next up, John Robertson, what do you think is in the box?
Whimsy. I think you've got some whimsy in there. The general concept of whimsy as embodied by any object.
Ooh, abstract nouns. So we know how I feel about that, but we'll find out if John is correct. Eddie, what do you think is in the box?
I think you've got an empty bottle of hand sanitizer because there aren't any full ones anymore.
Of course. Well, are there any empty ones anymore? Because people just put them straight in the bin. Why would I keep one? But, right, who is the
Companionship.
closest? What is in the box? Drum roll, please. It's my passport, everyone. I'm running out of items to put in the box. It's my passport. It's a red passport. I've not upgraded yet to the all Brexit power blue passport. Still the red one. But let's go round our guests, and they're going to debate why their guess was the closest. So, Adele, a receipt for something I haven't paid tax yet from, or something with adult language. Adele, why were you the closest?
I'm surely the closest because what is a passport if not a receipt of where you've been, but also where you could go in the future and therefore have not paid your future travelling taxes on. And you do pay tax when you travel on certain things. So I'm very right. It's made of paper, also like a receipt. And, it was purchased at some point.
I've not had my passport stamped ever. And I've been traveling.
What do
I've
you
been to
mean?
like America. I've been to Switzerland.
Do you have
I've
like a visa?
been to Aberdeen, but it's never been printed. Well, where do I need to go to get my passport printed?
Somewhere
Printed.
exotic.
I
I
went.
know a bloke around the back of the
That's
shed will print you an extra one if you want, if that's what you're asking.
It is, especially because my passport photo. It's back when I had blonde hair.
Yeah, how long Julian
Yeah.
Assange.
Than I do in my
Like a
passport.
mugshot for like a bank job, and you were just one of the heavies involved.
Mm. I will say it is
I quite
like
like the concept
a
of
John
it being a
Robertson
heavy.
tribute act.
Oh, very
Uh,
much. Yeah. Ron Robertson, who does all of the working men's clubs around the Dulwich area. Oh, amazing. Good to see
Yes.
you. I always wondered who
Excellent.
that was.
Speaking of Ron Robertson, John, why was your guess of whimsy the closest?
Well, for a start, you did just introduce me with a spoonerism, so there's one point. Is there anything more whimsical than having a passport while the entire world can't travel? You have a document. You also keep claiming that you don't know how to adult. And you have this thing. You literally have referred repeatedly to the idea of adult concepts, and you think a passport is one of these things. I don't think of that as a passport. I think of that as a badge to an adulthood you have not yet reached. And yes, no, as a result, absolutely whimsy. It is a useless document and something that you're occasionally hanging the idea that you might be a grown person on.
I like that a lot. We've got strong competition, Eddie. But why was your guess of an empty bottle of hand sanitizer the closest?
Because currently both those things are entirely useless. Can't go anywhere. Can't use anything if there's nothing in the bottle.
Very
Pretty much
true.
there.
Very true.
I thought I'd
Right.
just keep it short and succinct.
Sometimes we like that in What's in the Box. We like the episodes to be short. It's less for me to edit later. But
Really?
the 3 points there is it's definitely going to John for that. The 3 points there. There were some very whimsical
whimsy.
terms in that. And considering I don't usually like abstract nouns, John gets the point there.
Thank you.
That is the end of round 1. It's time for round 2.
Oh, thank God.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 2 is an acting game. It's called What's in the Shops. We are going to give our guests an item from a box that they know nothing about. They are then going to advertise it as if it was a home shopping network. So coming up first will be John. So your item will be coming from Adele's box. Adele, what's the item from your box?
That's £10.
Outstanding.
10 British pounds sterling. Right, we now tune into the home shopping network with our host, John Robertson, who's now going to sell us £10.
Hi, gang. How you doing? You know, in the busy world that we're living in, toilet paper is at a real shortage. But you know what isn't? British money. British money has been printed for a long time, sometimes occasionally on the blood of workers in the Congo, but that's not important right now. The general thing is, hey, back in the day, £10, that used to be about 30 million Australian pesos. Now it's equal to roughly 10 Australian dollars. And everyone can tell you, if you've got 10 Australian dollars, tell you something, mate, you can shove that at your ass. I'm not selling you the bloody car for that. So that's what I'm saying. It's also now being printed on delicious plastic, which means, friends, hey, it's washable. British money. Curl it up, shove it up your ass, pull it out, wash it, do it again. Get your value for £10. There we are.
Fantastic work, John. Fantastic. It makes me want to go buy £10 right now.
Yeah, it's 20
next
for it, though. Yeah.
I can imagine. Next up is Edi Johnston. Your gift is going to be given from John. John, what's the item in your box that Eddie is going to try and sell?
Certainly. Here you go, pal. You have here. Yes, why not? Here is a copy of Buster Move 2 Arcade Edition for the Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
If that's too much for you, I've got something else. Yeah?
I'll go whatever you fancy. I don't bother. I'll go Buster Move. I'll go Buster Move right now.
Right, so Eddie is denying a gun. He is going to try and sell us the Buster Move video game. Eddie, please put on your selling face and tell us why we should buy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time when we're all stuck in this situation. It's that time when you go up into the loft. You're looking around for inspiration, something to maybe touch the heartstrings of the children. You bring it down from the loft. It's that N64, that Nintendo 64 that you clutched onto throughout your whole childhood so you could share it with your children and your grandchildren. Here's the time to bring the heritage, and what better way than bring that heritage into the lives of those people stuck in lockdown than with that classic. We all remember it. Buster Move. It's the only place to be. Bring it out. Watch your children's faces light up as they realize that you've completely lost your mind. That stuck in this situation, there's really no hope for you. But something that you can cling on to. Those bygone days, Buster Move. It's what you need to bring that thought to your children's hearts.
Very interesting, Eddie. You've moved Adele, I will say.
Yeah, and I have an N64 under my desk, so I really could be a cousin.
I mean, so
Excellent.
you're that person that's still got one.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, hello, Adele. We
Trading.
We're
well,
very
the cool
cool.
kids are hanging out. Can you boys
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
off? Yeah.
How much?
great.
How much do you want for it? She's got a tenner.
I don't think it's for sale, I'm afraid.
I like that. We've got some comments so far. We've got Malcolm Johnson saying, tried acting, Eddie, not doing bad at all. So the audience are on your side. And Mark DeQuino had something about your gun, John. He's only gone and tooled up. Lockdown level 2.
He meant my personality, but that's fine.
Next up is Adele. What are you going to try and sell us? Eddie, tell us.
Some googly eyes.
Googly eyes. We now tune into the Home Shopping Network where Adele Cliff, UK Pun Championship 2020, will be trying to sell us some googly eyes.
Are your eyes really boring? My eyes are. Look at them. Terrible. This makes no improvement. But have you thought about googly eyes? Googly eyes are the fun new thing that will get everyone talking. You pop them on and a meeting will really change in vibe. Maybe for the worse, but best to try. Googly eyes are versatile as well. You can pop them on an inanimate object, give it a personality, have a chat to it. What else are you going to do in lockdown? Maybe, a mug, maybe that lamp you've been looking at funny, wondering whether you're attracted to it. Pop the eyes on, see how it feels. And only £20 per pair. Absolute bargain.
That's £10 per eye. Okay, I've got points to give out. Adele.
Ironically, it's £5 for one eye and 15 for the second, but you don't know which one.
I've got points to dish out. Adele, that was very, very professional. I felt like you were a googly eye salesman, whether in a previous life or if that's just your job. So that's 3 points. John, for the gun alone, I'm giving you 2 points. And Eddie, that wasn't really a Home Shopping Network. It was more like a charity appeal.
Yeah.
And if that was the game, then you would have got all the 3 points there. So, but I'm just giving you one for now.
We've renamed the round World Vision, and
with the googly eyes, of course. That's the end of round 2. It's time for round 3.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 3 is called the Music Round. I have a compilation CD and I invent a game based on the compilation CD. Today it is, it's Long Hot Summer, 20 Sizzling Summer. Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, this happens all the time. Someone's defaced my copy of Long Hot Summer and called it Long Bat Summer and have put Batman masks on everyone. And that means, sadly, it's time for Batman or Band. Batman or Band, everyone. Batman or Band is the fun game that I invented a couple of weeks ago where I say a piece of onomatopoeia and you have to decide whether it is a band or a Batman sound effect used in the Adam West 60s Batman series.
Nice.
Cool, okay.
so good.
Starting this round is Eddie. So what I will do is I will say the onomatopoeia. I will then spell it for you. And you will have to tell me whether it's Batman or a band. Okay,
Ready.
So Eddie, the first one is Orc, AWK. But is that Batman or is it band?
I think that's a band.
You think it's a band? What type of music would Orc do?
Oh, some kind of weird prog rock nonsense.
Well, sadly, it's a band. It's Batman.
Oh.
Sadly, Orc is
I was
Batman.
about to go and buy that CD.
Yeah.
I think you're the one who edited my CD to be Batman. So sadly, no points for Eddie there. Next up is Adele, and your onomatopoeic word is Ikka. I-K-K-A. Ikka.
I don't think that would look very good in a bubble, in a comic. So I think a band.
It is a band with 1 million monthly streamers on Spotify. Ikka is a music group or solo artist. They do music anyway. They're basically not Batman. Point for Adele there. John Robertson, your onomatopoeic word is Danzig. D-A-N-Z-I-G. Danzig.
I think it's a band.
It is a band with 1.18 million monthly streamers on Spotify. Danzig is a band. Eddie, back to you. One more round coming around here. It is Clange. C-L-A-N-G-E. Clange.
Oh, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
In between, is it? No. Right. Okay. How do you spell it again?
C-L-A-N-G-E.
At no stage can there be any kind of effect. How do you clange somebody? I don't.
Flange.
Flange.
Like that.
It's got to be a band. It's got to be a band.
Eddie, it is Batman, I am afraid.
With Adam West.
Well, on the last time we did Batman or Band in this show, we had Clangeth for be one of the words. So, you know, any bunch of letters. But that's what makes the game so hard. Adele Cliff.
That word now.
Yeah, be like a wet
clange.
saucepan. Clange.
Hitting
maybe.
wet metal.
Yeah, clange.
Is that not a new prog rock variant? Wet metal? No.
Sadly. Adele Cliff, your onomatopoeic word is biff. B-I-F-F.
This feels too easy. I'm suspicious. I mean, I think logically, I'm just drawing it out to see if this is something I would be pleased to spot in a comic book.
Remember, it's not a comic book, it's the Adam West TV series.
Okay, well, I'm imagining it animated then. It's animated. I think that has to be Batman.
It is Batman. That was a very easy one. Adele.
I'm just wondering, Adele, do you know who Adam West is?
Yeah, he's Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is the definitive Batman. There was no other Batmans after him.
No following Batman, no.
No, never once.
None with sound effects anyway.
or in a grey leotard, no. So
John Robertson.
Yes.
Pam. P-A-M. Pam. Batman or Band?
She does Batman's accounts.
Pam.
You know what? It's so plausible either way. Well, they cast Frank Gorshin as the Riddler. Let's go with Batman.
It's Batman. Very good, John. He's got on everyone so far. Eddie. Remember, Clange and Clangeth were past Batman. Pow-Fu. P-A-W-F-U. Pow-Fu.
She gets Biff, and I get Pow-Fu. Well, I failed twice in guessing obscure, ridiculous bands. Pow-Fu. It does sound like I'm going to say it's Batman. Definitely going to be a band.
It definitely is a band, I'm afraid. Pow-Fu with 28 million monthly streamers on Spotify.
How have you not heard of Pow-Fu?
I mean, everybody should have.
Love Pow-Fu, man. They love Pow-Fu.
I'm missing out.
You wouldn't believe the amount of research I had to do for this, just typing in any possible combination of letters to get a band on Spotify.
Okay.
Right, we are now at Adele. Adele, your final one for Batman or Band is Slosh. S-L-O-S-H. Slosh.
What, like the actual word slosh?
Everything I've been saying have been words.
Sure it has.
I'm not strictly sure about that.
No.
I think slosh has to be Batman. A water-based battle.
Is Batman.
Yeah.
So I think the Joker was thrown into the river and slosh appeared. Right, this is the final question in Batman or Band for John Robertson. It is Zambonini. Z-A-M-B-O-N-I-N-I. Is it a Canadian band, or is it a scene in Batman where Batman runs over the Riddler with a Zamboni?
Yeah.
Oh God! You know what? It could be either. I just for fun. Let's say it's a band.
It is a band with 1.4 million Spotify streamers a month. Zambonini is the final band. John, you got full marks on that one. That's the end of round 3. It's time for round 4.
Oh!
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 4 is called What's That in the Box? One by one, I'm going to go around our guests and make them big on the screen and mute their microphone. Okay. They are then going to have to say an object from their box loud into the lens, but we will only be able to read their lips. If any of our other guests can completely understand what they are trying to say, they get the point, as well as the guest with the item in the box. So, Adele, get an item ready, right?
I don't hold it for anything, do I?
No, you don't. That would really give away the game.
Wow.
I am now going to mute your microphone. Your microphone has been muted. And Adele, please shout out your item. I
Ice
think
cream.
I got it. Oh, so John thinks ice cream.
Yeah, it's
what
ice
do you
cream.
think, Eddie?
Hand cream.
I thought hand
I
cream
went-
as
I went-
well.
I went with the
that
mime
one.
as well.
Yeah.
I just thought she didn't know how to
Adele,
read it.
what was it?
It's hand cream, yeah.
Hand
Oh, well
cream.
done,
So
Eddie.
that is a point for Eddie and
Actual
a point
Ah!
for
Yes!
Adele.
Get in,
That's
son.
Also letting my cat. Sorry, she's scratching the door.
not the cat. We're very cat friendly.
Oh,
It's the
hang on,
loudest cat.
the cat said food. Food?
The cat actually said hand cream, so the cat gets a point
damn
as
it.
well.
Oh,
Yeah. Well done, Mandy.
well done, Mandy. Well done.
Next up, John Robertson. Can you get an item prepared that you are going to shout at the screen in a bit?
Mhm.
I have now muted your mic. John, please
Thank
yell at the
God.
screen what item that you have selected. Chapite. Does
Yeah.
anyone have it from that first one?
Shaving foam, but I don't think that's right.
I got
Right.
chieftain, but
John,
a
we're going to
really
give
good
you
one.
another go at shouting at the screen. Please shout that item again. Oh, I still don't know.
DVD? No.
Oh, okay. Right. Well,
DVD.
John, was it a DVD?
Yes, it
Does
was.
he get points guessed based on how many correct guesses they are? 'Cause
Yes.
if so, I guess not DVD.
Oh,
I get
well,
one.
sadly, it was a DVD.
I guess
So-
bring back Mandy.
She's still there. She doesn't like it.
That is a
That's
point
Okay, she's
for
a cat. She's not meant to.
John and a point for Eddie. Eddie, you are next up. Please choose an item from your box.
Okay.
Okay. You are now muted. And when your face is big on the screen, please shout out your item.
Lego?
Any guesses? Adele's gone Lego. John?
But I think the second syllable wasn't an O, so I'm not pleased with that.
Oh dear. No, okay. This makes no sense, but I saw a 2-syllable word. I thought it started with H, and I genuinely thought you had said heifer. So I don't think your
Okay.
box is that large.
Hey, Eddie, what was your object?
It was a clanger.
Hanger,
Oh, mate, you should have dropped
Oh.
it. Then we'd have known. Hey,
which is also Batman. So Eddie gets a
Oh, well,
point.
yes.
Eddie, this
Yeah.
is okay. Yeah, we're going to start with Eddie this time. So pick an item from your box. Okay, and you're muted. When you're big, shout out what your item is. All right. Any guesses?
Well, it sounded like bash, but that's not an item.
Oh, that is Batman.
Paste. Was it paste?
Right. Was it either of those, Eddie?
Nope, neither of them.
What was it?
It was Adele was close.
Mash?
It was a badge.
Oh, bad.
My-
Yeah.
My Obama badge.
I
What
regret guessing
What does that say?
a word that
Oh,
that is a good Obama badge. John, you've got one more go here. Select an item from your box. You are now muted. Let us know what that item is.
Come on, John.
I think I've got a guess. Any of you
I
two?
got nothing.
he moved too much. I couldn't tell what he was saying.
Okay. Try. Stop moving, John. What? Shout out your item again.
Oh yeah, got it.
Eddie, what is it?
Paracetamol.
It is paracetamol.
I
John,
can't.
was it paracetamol?
paracetamol. It was paracetamol.
Wow.
Yes, John.
Yes.
I generally
Got
thought
it.
you were
It's
saying
going on.
Pepsi
Yeah.
bottle.
I
I
got
thought it
that.
was a Pepsi bottle.
I do have that as well.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Adele, your last chance to get points. Select an item. You are now muted. You're big on the screen. Tell us what your item is. What?
I think. Is it cotton bud?
Ooh.
John? It is a cotton bird.
It's cotton
Very
bud. I reckon
good.
it's cotton bud.
Yeah.
I generally thought cauliflower, so that is a point for
My
Adele.
box is quite small. So,
Can't do Batman. Can do miming.
yeah.
You can. It is the end of round 4. It is time for round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 5 is called the quick fire round. This is when our contestants list a bunch of objects from their specialist subject as quickly as they can to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire. Quick fire. It's hilarious. The person in first place always goes first to give our other guests a chance to think about what they're going to be doing. First place at the moment is John. So, John Robertson, what is your specialist subject today?
The name of the ships in various series of Star Trek, the main ships.
Okay, so singing the main ships of Star Trek series, here is John Robertson.
The Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise A. The Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise A. The Enterprise, the Enterprise, Enterprise B, Enterprise C in one episode. Enterprise D in TNG. Then, of course, it's Discovery in Discovery. Yes, also Voyager in Voyager, and DS9 doesn't have a ship except the Defiant. Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise, the Enterprise. Yes, you get the joke. Enterprise, 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 Enterprise. I'm just going to keep fucking going with this.
It won't shock you to know that I stopped counting after the first Enterprise.
Ooh.
Allow repetition or people laughing at their own thing. Or sadly, John, your very clever guess was the Bane of you at the end. Bane, of course, being from Batman.
Batman, got that one.
Adele, what is your specialist subject?
Controversially, in such a Batman-heavy edition of the show, it's Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
Ooh.
Okay, so you have 23, 22?
24 now. No, 23.
Yeah, it would have been 24. Right, so Adele listing as many Marvel Cinematic Universe movies as she can, to the beat of We Didn't Start the Fire. Here is Adele Cliff.
Captain America the First Avenger, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, Avengers Assemble, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Incredible Hulk. How many more have I got left?
That's the end of that. I'm pretty sure you listed all of them there.
Yes.
Most of them. Yeah.
Very
I was trying to work out. Black Panther.
The Enterprise.
I said
The
that.
Enterprise. You didn't say Enterprise, though. So that's quite a few points. Eddie, what is your specialist subject, please?
My specialist subject as a basketball fan is Space Jam.
Ooh.
Okay, just characters or actors or just anything from Space Jam?
The characters, the players, the whole
Okay.
thing, maybe.
It's the whole plot.
Singing about Space Jam, here is Edi Johnston.
Michael Jordan, Bill Murray, Looney Tunes, Lola Bunny, Foghorn, Leghorn, Daffy Duck, Sean Bradley, Muggsy Bogues, Larry Bird's Cameo, Tweety and Sylvester and Elmer Fudd.
Space Jam from Eddie there. I have a feeling you've already written that song.
No, not yet.
Oh, wow. I look forward
I
to
may well have soon.
Well, you've already written half of it. That's fantastic.
Joel wrote the song, Frizz. Come on. Man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
For legal reasons, no, he didn't.
Okay,
that was, that was my own instrumental.
Anything. Great tune. Great tune.
I am still waiting for someone's specialist subjects to be the lyrics of We Didn't Start the Fire.
In third place with 12 points, it's John Robertson.
Oh, shit. Oh, yay.
Very good, John.
Don't use the gun.
Don't use the gun. Whilst I've got you here, have you got anything to plug?
Yeah, I do. I'm on twitch.tv/Robotron, ROBBOTRON, 5 to 7 days a week, doing interactive comedy. We do my show, The Dark Room, every Friday. It's a lot of fun. Pop on by.
Excellent. One more time for John Robertson there. In second place with 19 points, it's Edi Johnston. Well done.
Hey.
Anything you'd like to plug?
I'm doing a live stream this Sunday on Facebook, Sunday tea time. Every couple of weeks, I'm just doing a thing from my living room, which is for all the family. 4:00 on Edi Johnston bit on Facebook.
Excellent. All links mentioned will be in the description below. And finally, in first place with 31 points, unprecedented scene, it's Adele Cliff.
I'm so happy.
Anything you'd like to plug or shout out?
Just me, my victory. I'd like to plug that. Look, I have Tiny Avengers. No, what do I want to plug? I'm doing me and some other people who like Puns are doing a show every Sunday at 7 called the UK Pun Off. It's me, 2 other people who've won the UK Pun Championships and several other finalists, and we just do puns on different topics against each other. And I'm going to be starting a podcast soon, so follow me on Twitter, and then at some point you'll find out about it.
Our guests today were Adele Cliff, John Robertson, and Edi Johnston. If you would like to support the show in any way, throw us the price of a pint at ko-fi.com/frizzle. Also on that page, you get exclusive access to the full uninterrupted versions of the shows instead of the edited down versions that you're watching. Also follow us on Twitter at What's in the Books. That's What's in the Box with no vowels, because I can't afford vowels. One more time, these 3, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Can everyone please wave at the camera for 30 seconds as the end credits play?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the